The purpose of this video is to show you how DigiTran Lite works, how you can record and do readbacks in DigiTran Lite. So I'm going to go ahead and click on New and create a new job. And I am just going to put today's date as the job date. I can put a note. I'll just add the version that I'm on. I can specify my speakers, which you see I specified in a previous DigiTran Lite test. And so I can change them if I like, or I can leave them as is. I can add things. And then I'm going to click on record to go into the DigiTran Lite screen. So here's DigiTran Lite. What I'd like to do is bring up a seating chart. So I'm going to click on seating chart. And if I want to open a chart file, I go 1, 2, 3, 4th icon. And there are many chart files that we have created for you by default. I'll pick one. And I'm just going to go ahead and make it a little bit smaller so that it'll fit right here next to my DigiTran Lite screen. I can also bring up the numeric keypad if I'd like to change any of the speakers or set something for a text entry. Everything here, these here do two things. They work as things that I can mark with using my numeric keypad if I have one on the right side of my computer's keyboard. And they also, this screen allows you to go ahead and change the names, if you like, of the speakers. And when it's pink, it's not saved. If you hit tab, that'll go ahead and save it. And it'll also change it right here in the seating chart. So again, if I change something in the numeric keypad as far as one of my speaker names and hit enter or tab, it'll go ahead and change it down here. So you can see that if I change this, let's see, if I hit save to job, it's going to go ahead and save those that I have specifically laid out. So what I'm going to do in a minute here is I'm going to turn on the recording by clicking on the microphone here, and I'm going to dictate, and I'm going to mark as I dictate. Okay, so we've got recording, a 24-minute recording here. And I'd like to show you, this is DigiTran Lite, so I'd like to show you how to do readbacks in DigiTran Lite. Readbacks in all of our software is the same. So we're going to do F8 to move up one. You make sure that you're in the screen, and then F8 will go up, F9 will go down, F5 will play.
Disease of children that is not associated necessarily with immune deficiency. And it's just
F6 will pause. F7 will switch tracks. So up here, you'll see that when I hit F7, it switches from VR to 1. VR to 1. And when you hit F5, it'll play again. If I switch by hitting F7,
conjunctivitis, swollen hands, cracked
you can see
lips,
that's the room mic.
and some of the major problems.
F6 again will pause and resume. Also, these buttons up here work. So for every hotkey there is a button. So this is play, which equals to F5, as you can see in the explanation of what the button is. This is pause and resume, which is also F6. This will fast forward if you watch the time here. This is fast forwarding 10 minutes. This will rewind 10 minutes. This will move to the next marker, which is the same as F9. And this will move to the previous marker, which is the same as F8. Another thing that's interesting is that with every timestamp, you by default are getting the timestamp from the time that you started the recording. So here, this is 14 minutes and 29 seconds in to the recording. And then over here on the right side, this is the date of the recording, which was yesterday, and the time of this particular timestamp, which was 5:02 in the afternoon. Now, I can see this first if I'd like to by clicking on time of day is first, and that will give me the date and the time of day, or wall clock, first, and then the time since start of deposition second. This is completely based on your preference. Also, it's good to know that F11 marks question and F12 marks answer, and you can do F11 and F12, F11 and F12, and then click on your markers here in the seating chart. Also, that's another way to mark. And then again, I'm just going to review the F keys one more time. F8 goes up. F9 goes down one marker. F5 is play. F7 is switch channels.
And I'm going to go into what each of these treatments.
F6 is pause. And there you have it.